welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to El Salvador versus Costa Rica in the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup Group C action. One of these teams need to win. They would both still technically be alive no matter what the result going into the final match day. Whether it's a draw or outright win, both teams will still be alive. But if there's a draw, Panama will take one of the tickets, clinch one of the tickets to the knockout stage. El Salvador losing to Martinique in their last game. Costa Rica, not really surprisingly, losing to Panama. El Salvador, surprisingly, losing to Martinique. Going into their, of course, their first match day of the window, or the group, I should say. This is their second match. El Salvador, the home side. How we doing, Isaiah? Costa Rica, the away side. About to start. They'll kick off in 10 minutes. So, $8:05. So, yeah. With that being said, lineups are as follows. For El Salvador, in goal, Mario Gonzalez gets the start over Tomas Romero. I don't think any of the goals were on him the last game, but okay. Back four, Brian Tamakis, Eric Zavaleta, Eric Caboceta, Alex Roldan. The midfield four, Leo Menjivar, Brian Landaverde, Narciso Oriana, Yairo Henriquez, Joshua Perez, and Brian Heel for El Salvador. For Costa Rica in goal, Kevin Chamorro. The back three, Kendall Waston, Juan Pablo Vargas, Francisco Calvo. The midfield four, Carlos Mora, Christopher Nunez, Celso Borges, Jeffrey Valverde. And the front three, Joel Campbell, Aaron Suarez, and Josimar Alcacer for Costa Rica. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Hell. Of course, TFC2 blew that game. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. With that being said, good to hear. Tastes like blueberry or what? What does it taste like? Waiting for this game to start. About 7 minutes. We'll get on. Then, of course, we have Toronto versus Real Salt Lake and Guatemala versus Canada tomorrow. Then we'll be on. Red Bull Arena, the second match of the night at Red Bull Arena is El Salvador versus Costa Rica. The only way Panama can clinch a spot in the knockout stages is if there's a draw in this match. El Salvador wearing their blue, Costa Rica wearing their white. Tastes like wild berry. Costa Rica versus El Salvador. The winner of this game could easily overtake Martinique by the end of it, depending on the goal differential and the way it finishes. And put Martinique third. Has anyone else tried it? I haven't. And here we go. Teams are walking out. The anthems will be played. We'll be on our way. Teams are walking out. Be ready to go soon. Is that Calvo wearing a mask? What happened to him? Interesting. Interesting. 8th minute, or 8 o'clock. Anthems to be played. About 8:05, 8:06 will be the true kickoff. Because always, of course, even when they say 7:30, it's like, oh. It's like, why put it like that? It's like, oh, they have to warm up and all that. So really, that's when their warm-up starts and so on and so forth. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. El Salvador's anthem to be played here. Will El Salvador look better in this game than they did their last? I would hope so. Got the nuggets and not the Big Mac. Too much bread. Yeah, it makes sense. Another 45. Or, well, another game. So, 45 and 45, I should say. One more match day for the second match days. Tomorrow, of course, Group D will have their second match day tomorrow. Then, of course, after that, there will be too much. How we doing, Ozan? Welcome back. Huh, interesting. That's interesting. Huh. There's El Salvador's anthem. Next up is Costa Rica's anthem. Like the fact that if you eat the fries, or before you eat the fries, the Grimace shake tastes like vanilla, but if you eat the fries after you drink it, or if you drink it after you eat the fries, it tastes like berry. That's what I was reading. That is interesting. Yeah, Wendy's is great. I actually ate at a Wendy's on my way to vacation. Wendy's is better than McDonald's. Their fries are actually arguably better when they're hot. Their burger is better. Their ketchup's honestly better. So, I honestly want to go back to Wendy's, but the closest Wendy's is pretty somewhat far out. So, maybe every so often, though. I think it's closer to like the Red Robin or something. I'm not sure, but it's not like right next like McDonald's is. But yeah, Wendy's is actually, it's a lot better than I remember it being, I have to say. I haven't had Wendy's until last time, about a week ago. I haven't had it. I didn't have it for a while, at least like 4 or 5 years. I think 2013 was the last time I went to a Wendy's. So it's been about a decade, actually. How we doing? Electricity went out, was setting up the generator. Electricity came back. Good. Got that set up. Good. I eat burgers anyway, so. Ranch, not Polynesian sauce. I think Mom's closer to Knoxville, but I'm not. When we stopped, that was closer to Knoxville, but maybe it was closer to Nashville, actually. 2 minutes to kickoff. I still think we were in Central Time when we went there, so maybe it was closer to Nashville. To get there, we drove through Nashville. To get back, we drove through Louisville. I'm not a Polynesian sauce guy. I'd rather ranch. McDonald's fries, burgers, chicken sandwich, all better than Wendy's. I mean, if you're fine, I mean, it's good, but to be honest, though, Wendy's is more realistic. Like, their patties are real. Their fries, well, you can't fake potatoes, but they're a lot more durable. Their chicken, realer, I should say. It's not a paste, you know? Like, yeah, McDonald's tastes good, but it's not really exactly real. You know, it's half real at best. Like Wendy's is more hearty, so to speak. Kind of like Culver's, you know? Except Wendy's is more fast food, Culver's is more fast casual, but well, I'll give you that one, yeah. I'll give you that one. But the Frosty though. I didn't get a Frosty, but the Frosty though. But Chick-fil-A clears both McDonald's and Wendy's though. So there you go. Gonzalez for El Salvador, replacing Tomas Romero, the back four, Oriana, Caboseta, Zavaleta, Tamakis, Roldan, Menjivar, Landaverde, Enriquez. Then the front two, Perez and Gil for El Salvador. This is true, but I'm more of a chicken nuggets guy at Chick-fil-A. But yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Starting 11 for Costa Rica, Chamorro in goal, the back four. Galvo, Vargas, Waston, Valverde. Nunez, Borges, Suarez, Alcacer, Mora, and the top striker, Joel Campbell. Exactly. As I said, Chick-fil-A clears them both. And if I'm being honest, Culver's does clear Wendy's, but that's more of a fast casual than a fast food. Like, Wendy's is like probably the most realistic fast food. Then you got Culver's that's more fast casual in my book. And we've kicked off this game. Like, McDonald's, like, to me personally, you could say Penn Station is fast food. I'd say it's more fast casual personally. But that's subs, but still. Like, Subway is fast food. Charlie's, the sub restaurant, fast food. I'd say Penn Station's more fast casual. I think they do, but hold on. Oh, I got a globe right here. Let's see. Honduras, Guatemala. That's El Salvador. They do not. Nope. You could sail off the coast and in from the Pacific Ocean, but they do not touch each other. El Salvador has a border with Honduras. So there you go. See, you're lucky I had the globe right there. I've always had that globe right there. Yeah. So that's useful. First minute, 0-0, 0-0. So no, El Salvador shares a border with Honduras. You could sail very quickly to Costa Rica off the Pacific Ocean from the Pacific. So there you go. The more you know. Nice. I mean, I like the waffle fries. But yeah, McDonald's fries are probably the most realistic thing about that place. And hash browns. I mean, the hash browns are hash browns. I agree with that. What's up? I mean, Italy is in UEFA, but other than that, yeah. Like, especially in February when the Champions Cup starts, it's like, hey, you know, you play in Honduras, it's like, oh, that's cool. It's better than freaking 20-degree weather, you know? Like, it's better. Like, it's perfect. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've heard of that. I'm not surprised. Yeah, sounds pretty good, to be honest. Well, third minute. Free kick here for El Salvador. As of now, Panama would punch their ticket to the knockout stage if this result holds. corner. The cross played in, but headed away by Costa Rica. Can El Salvador bounce back? Against Costa Rica, they very likely can, I would say. Here comes Costa Rica, though. 3 minutes in. Oh! No penalty. You could. You could have. So that's a plus for El Salvador. They're like old VW buses. They're from the 70s. Volkswagen. Because it's Volkswagen. It's Volkswagen. It's Volkswagen. Volkswagen. Not Volkswagen. Get it right. Volkswagen. Shot past the post. Exactly. They like any cash you'll have on you in your hands. Have you tried Zaxby's? Once. I went to Zaxby's in, I think, Columbia, Missouri, because I've always seen Zaxby's on SEC Network commercials, but it's never around here. But it was in Columbia. And I was like, I want to try it. I actually like Zaxby's. I think it's pretty good. The chicken was good. The fries were good. I thought it was pretty good. Honestly, here it's Raising Cane's. But in Columbia, they had a Zaxby's. I'm like, well, shit. If I see it almost every week on SEC Network, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. I wanted to go. We did. Or wait, was it? It might have been actually. No, it was in Columbia. No. It might have been in Kansas City. Either way, it was that 2018. Either way, it was in that 2018 trip to Kansas City and then Columbia and then back. I think it was Kansas City, actually. Kansas City, Kansas. That actually makes sense. My bad. It was Kansas City, Kansas. Either way, it was that same trip, so I'm not completely wrong. But either way, I did go. I was like, no, that small little strip mall with the Walmart. Yeah, that was Kansas City, Kansas. Either way, it was that same trip. I was like, yeah, if I see one, yeah, I want to go because I think it was on my mind. Ryan gonna cater Zaxby's when Mississippi State plays Bama. He's gonna throw a party. We're going to win, so maybe. If I was in Starkville, I certainly would. Or maybe the cheese fries, though. But either way. Well, if I was in Starkville, I'd be there. What am I talking about? Because they're playing in Starkville. I would definitely get cheese fries before I went, though, if I was in Starkville. But finally found a way to watch the game. What? FoxSports.com? It should be on One Soccer. It is it's 6:16 for me. 6 minutes, 21 seconds. Now, 0-0, settle. Yeah. Well, there's no Zaxby's around here, so in my area, sadly. It is in Kansas City. I mean, the best you could do is Raising Cane's. Which Raising Cane's isn't bad either, but I like Raising Cane's, but of course. Of course, I'll throw a party if they make the SEC title game, which they will. Alabama sucks this year. Mississippi State going to shock some people. Jaden Daniels going to fall off a cliff because he's a fraud. LSU's going to fall off a cliff. Let's see. A&M shit. They're not going to go from 5 wins to 10 wins. It's not going to happen. I don't care. Mississippi State's going to win the SEC West. Just you wait. They're going to win the SEC West. So many good things down in Starkville. Recruiting-wise, player-wise, I'm hearing a lot of good things. So. Eighth minute. Now, I will say this. I will certainly be in Houston when they make the national title game. I will certainly be in Houston. That is not something I'm going to pass up. 8th minute. Ball out. There's some, I've heard Houston has some good not laugh, I've heard. Cross in. Oh! That was horrible. That'll be cleared by Costa Rica, 9th minute. Speaking of, isn't Canada playing in Houston sometime in the next 2 matches? I think they are. Shell Energy Stadium, I think that's Houston, yeah? Very even game so far. I'm not surprised. Oh. Just look up Stream East then. What are you doing? Bruce Brown gone. They're playing in Houston tomorrow. Well, there you go. I'd rather be there. I'll admit it. I'd rather be there in January. Bruce Brown gone. From the Nuggets, I guess. Costa Rica's fallen off a cliff. Well, I wouldn't say fallen off a cliff, but age is coming to collect because they can't rebuild. I said this before. Tenth minute. $11th minute. Throw in here for El Salvador. Sucks for those that bought themselves a Bruce Brown jersey. Who would do that? Do you think Westbrook will ever win a ring? No. Westbrook will never win a ring. Even if he went to the Toronto Raptors, the man won't win a ring. Actually, you know what? Well, the Heat did say they would waive Kyle Lowry. I got a better idea. Bring back Kyle Lowry now that Fred is gone. I'd rather have Kyle Lowry back than Westbrook, to be honest. Yeah, I'd rather have Kyle Lowry. Oh, so he's like Alex Caruso. Okay, I get it now. People freaking overhype Alex Caruso to hell and back. It's mad. 12th minute free kick here. If Kyle Lowry came back to Toronto, I would buy a Kyle Lowry jersey. I mean, you could totally do that now and not look too bad, you know. But if the Heat are going to waive him, I think it only makes sense to bring him back. He ain't going to win nothing, no, but I think he'd be down for it. I think everybody'd be down for it. I'm back. Yeah, it's probably the weather. But I'm back. I got it on 5G. I'm back. At least it's this, not. I'm back. My bad. Not my bad, but yeah, it crashed. But we're still here. 14th minute. It's not even really that severe, but I guess. Not as well. Charge my phone just in case. I don't blame you. Power didn't go out. It was the Wi-Fi, which 14th minute 0-0. Still didn't miss anything. Settle was settled. As again, if this holds, Panama will have clinched a spot in the knockout stages. We get the top two advance. Here comes El Salvador. Chance. Tamakis. Or no, Henriquez couldn't get there. They'll be cleared. Plays on. Save. That'll be a goal kick for Gonzalez. That like button. Let's get this one going. Let's get it going. Hit that like button. Let's get it going. '15th minute. Settle was settled. Free kick for Costa Rica. It's a tight game so far. Tight game for both sides. Just watched the documentary on Tim Donaghy. Is it on HBO? What is it on? Because, could be interesting. What is it on? Max? Paramount? I think David Stern knew there were other corrupt refs in the league. I mean, yeah, that could make sense. ESPN. It could be ESPN. ESPN, Max, Netflix. That's not where I would have guessed. I would have thought ESPN Plus or Max or whatever. Watching Club America versus Juarez, and can you explain why TUDNA has Juarez's BRA on the scoreboard? Because the nickname of Juarez is Bravos. So, Bravos. Cross in. So, Bravos. I don't know why, but they did. Bravos. I don't think anybody else has their nickname as their. No, Chivas goes by GDL. So. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's Bravos. Is why. Juarez is Bravos. Next week there's going to be a 100-degree day in Portland. Yeah, I'm staying indoors for most of next week. Only time I'm going out is for July 4th. I don't blame you. And it's warm, but when it's not, when it's raining, it's still warm. Well, learn something about Liga MX. Casual. Where's a piece of paper? I got an idea. Oh, wait, I do, don't I? Okay. Whatever I was looking for. Perfect. Casual. Learn something about Liga MX casual. Paper pop. Here we go. Sounds like a good way to celebrate. 18th minute. Paper pop, yes. 18th minute, 0-0. Still a tight game so far. 0-0. El Salvador looks like the slightly better side. Slightly. If this result holds, Panama will clinch their spot at the knockout stage. Lunchbox in the mall, as this is the Central American jersey whenever a Central American team plays, pretty much for me, because I have no Central American stuff in my collection. Well, there you go. I'm glad. America versus Chivas in Guadalajara. America versus Chivas in Guadalajara. Yeah. Tigres versus Monterrey at El Volcán could be a second. Clásico Regio, that could be a close second. But America versus Chivas at Guadalajara, Estadio Akron, it's got to be one of those two. Tigres, Monterrey at Volcán, or Chivas, America at Akron. Either way. Yeah. That'd be my guess. Or that'd be my picks. Header. My guess. I mean, Estadio Akron has nice scenery. Yeah, it does. It's like built into a mountain or into a hill. Hey, that's badass. Like, I'd love to go to Akron, even if it wasn't Toronto versus Chivas, the revenge tour. But yeah, $209. That sounds about right, yeah. Because MLS hiked up that damn price. True. 21st minute. Ooh. '21st minute. I wish they could fake MLS kits. I'm sure there are on DHgate. Just look up DHgate. I mean, they fake everything else. It's Adidas. You would think. I mean, Toronto versus Guadalajara would be nice, but Toronto versus Chivas would be nice. Revenge tour, but still, that would be nice. I thought they would have them. DHgate. '22nd minute. I just saw the VW sponsored DC United kit, a due award. It's over $80 on eBay. Merida and Chichen Itza last Christmas. Yeah, that's on the Yucatan Peninsula. Yes. The Yucatan Peninsula. It's close to Cancun and Playa. I did not see Merida or Chichen Itza, but I know it's close. The MLS pushes a new expensive kit every month. Well, guess what? It looks like Toronto FC is going to get a Caravana kit. It looks like they did. It looks like Insigne leaked it on his Instagram story. Jaquil was wearing it. So, I'd buy it. I'd buy it. It's like groovy, though. It's kind of like floral, tie-dye groovy, I like it. It's just so weird that I like it. So, I would. Caravana, yeah. Caribbean Carnival, Caravana. It's coming up soon. I think that jersey is supposed to be for the July 8th game, I should say. But if they sell it, I just hope it's not our third kit. I just hope it's a special kit. If it's our actual third kit, ooh. Ooh, boy. I don't know about that. Like, it looks good for Caravana. I get it. But if that's our third kit, that's like as stupid as... Who had the Timbers rip-off third kit? Was that Atlanta or something? I don't know. Atlanta? Somebody had to rip off Timbers. But then again, Miami's doing the Miami Vice jersey, which that sounds about right, though. But was it Atlanta that did the Timbers rip-off? Like, pretty much. Atlanta. Thought so. I guess because they're the forest city, right? It's like... Then again, people will probably forget that jersey in a year and a half, and that'll be the Timbers' new kit. Replace the Atlanta crest with a Timbers crest. Great job. '25th minute. El Salvador playing the ball forward. About Kane, Bayern rejected the bid. Or Bayern rejected Kane? You don't mean Tottenham rejected the bid? Ball crossed in. Header won by Costa Rica. To be cleared. 25th minute. Let me see what happens here. Okay, good. Nice. 26th minute. So it's got back to the Wi-Fi. Good. Bayern rejected Kane at the last minute. That man will never be able to leave Tottenham, will he? I honestly feel sorry for him at this point. I honestly feel sorry for Kane at this point. I don't even like him, and I feel sorry for him. Costa Rica playing nice, high-paced tempo. Yeah, I'd say it's about a half-and-half game. I think El Salvador, either team can win, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in a draw and just puts Panama straight through. But that means El Salvador would have to beat Panama. And that would also mean that Costa Rica, if they beat Martinique and El Salvador doesn't beat Panama, or El Salvador doesn't beat Panama enough sufficiently, El Salvador will be out. Then if Martinique beats Costa Rica and this is a draw, well, very likely it's Panama-Martinique. That would be a bit shocking. Club America 2-0. So you got that Villarreal guy and Ziyech next year. What do you mean? So you got that Villarreal guy and Ziyech next year. Ziyech failed a medical in Saudi. I know that, but what do you mean? Are you saying that? Because I know I want Yeremy Pino at Toronto FC. That's what you may mean, but I didn't say I wanted Ziyech. I know Ziyech is on a free next year. Offside. Still 1-0 Club America. Chelsea got the Villarreal guy. Oh, the striker. Well, okay, if it ain't Toronto. They want him. They want him as a Mason Mount replacement. Interesting. 29th minute. Interesting. Oh, Jackson. Okay. Landeverde goes down. 29th minute. 0-0. Twenty-ninth minute. Interesting. 30 minutes. Takes the shot. Save! What a save by Chamorro. So you ready for TFC, or do you even care at all now? I'm ready. I'm ready. I think Terry's going to get them to win. Biggest surprise would still be Chivas. Yeah, I believe it. Do you remember the And One mixtape tour? I think so, yeah. I do. Warped Tour was still better, though. What a save. Chamorro with a big save. Corner for El Salvador. The first corner of the game. "31st minute, cross. Cleared away. Long ball for El Salvador. They keep it up. Perez. Still Joshua Perez. That's out for El Salvador throw. I still wear And One. Interesting. And One still being made. It's like FUBU. I'm surprised, to be honest. Seems like so 2005. Nice. Salazar, of course, picked Club America for the championship. He's going to be wrong again. I do. And One feels so early 2000s. And FUBU as well. And One and FUBU. So early 2000s. Throw in. Hey, at least the stadium got filled. Electric. So I was looking at a comment, most rigged World Cup final of all time. I replied to him how it was rigged. Keep crying. He told me. Did he pull a Your Mom joke? Is that what you're trying to say? Walmart is an And One supplier. Oh. Walmart. And I haven't seen it there. Vince Carter had the best dunks. Even when he was old, he still had the best dunks. I wish Vince Carter got to end his career as a Toronto Raptor, but he didn't. 33rd minute. Even more than Kobe. Yeah, I agree. Cross in. Brought down. Offside. Against El Salvador. "33rd minute. Talking about pants. Oh. I remember And One sweatshirts. Like, to me, And One goes right along with, like, Gas. Figure It Out, Guts reruns, and Finders Keepers, and Legends of the Hidden Temple. and Video Now. Anybody remember Video Now? No. Salvador gets it right back, but Costa Rica get the ball. Like, anybody remember Video Now? Like those small mini disc players that played kid shows and music videos. Those were cool. Made by Tiger Electronics. Video Now. Shaping up to be the most evenly matched game of the tournament so far. I would agree with that. Because honestly, Guadeloupe did sort of dominate Canada, I got to admit. So, yeah, I would agree with that. "35th minute. Video Now wanted to be what Game Boy Video was. Video Now did better than Game Boy Video. What are you talking about? What you talking about? 35th minute. Gas, Video Now. And one. First version of Wild and Out. Basically, the guy told me he loves Messi but hates teams getting a soft penalty, and so basically he's blaming Argentina being cheaters. Game store in Southern Cali that I saw had 15 unopened Rocket Power video cartridges. I think I have Rocket Power on video now. At least one episode of Rocket Power. I think. Rocket Power was a good show. Underrated. I think it's on Paramount Plus as well. I may have to binge watch it. Screw it. I'm going to go binge watch Rocket Power. Cross in. People talk about Wild Thornberries and Rugrats, but people forget about Klasky Chupo doing Rocket Power. People forget about that way too much. Way too easily. It's quality. It's quality. 37th minute. Here's a chance. El Salvador. Oh! You can find the ROMs for the Game Boy video things for Rocket Power and SpongeBob because I remember seeing them. I've seen them on Amazon. It was a while ago, but I saw them on Amazon. Tell me the site so I can get them. If I find them, I'll tell you. I'm not going to just go on a chase. But if I find them, I'll tell you. If I find the ROMs for the Game Boy video, I'll tell you. If I don't, I don't. If I look for it, I'll tell you. "38th minute. 38th minute. El Salvador looking for an opener. 0-0, 0-0. Dangle has done that. It's very funny. Yep. When they were talking about Baby Gronk or whatever. Worst stadium you've seen in the USA. We talking about any sport, or are we talking about football? Because if we're talking about, well, any sport I've seen, like I've been there instead of just seeing the inside. I mean, I would say Edward Jones Dome. I mean, the Edward Jones Dome was crap. Like, I mean, it's not wrong that St. Louis left. Like, I mean, Edward Jones Dome was crap, but they never tried to even upgrade it, even when the Battlehawks came in. So, yeah, I mean, Edward Jones Dome, to be honest. Shot saved by Gonzalez over the bar in the 40th minute. That's just ones I've been to. Mapfre Stadium had a bit of a charm to it. It was definitely old, but Mapfre Stadium had a charm to it. I liked Nissan Stadium. Cecil Borges, good shot, but a good save from Gonzalez. I liked Nissan Stadium. I didn't see the cracked stairs that people were talking about. I think it started falling apart after I went. So, worst overall stadium is the one. What? I mean, Red Bull Arena. I've heard it sucks. In Bahrain. Oh, the one in Bahrain. Yeah, that was horrible. Like, I mean, I wasn't there, but I saw that was a cow patch. That stadium was a cow patch. It was ugly. I'm not even talking about the stands. The pitch was a cow patch. Like, what are you doing? Like, I know Bahrain is a chain of man-made, it's an archipelago of handmade or man-made and legitimate islands, or man-made and earth-made islands. But cow patch, it was. Who was the worst Toronto FC player ever? Omar Gonzalez. I don't care. He sucked. The man can't run. He's got concrete blocks for feet. At least when he was playing for Toronto. So, Omar Gonzalez. You don't have to look back far enough. I mean, Jefferson Soteldo sucked too, but yeah, Omar. 42nd minute. It looked like it had more grass than a balding man. That makes it sound good. 42nd minute. So yeah, I'll go with concrete feet. Omar Gonzalez. Concrete feet was the worst Toronto FC player ever. Doesn't take much. Couvermans had his moments. Frings, overpay, I think that was sort of a flop, but Frings had his moments. Bradley was good for a while. Josie was good for a while. Soteldo, gladly he didn't stay longer. I think had he stayed longer, he definitely would have been. Yeah, I'll go with Omar. Alex Bono could be, but I don't think anybody could match how bad Omar was with TSC. 43rd minute. But what about 2019? The second half of 2019? Sure. But you could say, but what about that? You could say that saves him, but nah. It's scoreless, but it looks like both teams want something out of it. Because if both teams want to get out of this group, the one that wins has a better chance to get out than if they both draw, or the one that loses. So, and technically that still means they could get top of the group. The group could be flipped on its head if one of these teams wins, depending on the result. Free kick for El Salvador, 44th minute. So, of course, they want something out of it because one team wins. What about Ranjit Singh, your backup keeper? He's only played 2 games. It's not like he's played a whole season. Luckily for us. Maybe like the worst 2-game stretch for Toronto FC ever. I think Greg Ranjit Singh is probably in the conversation, but if he only plays 2 games, I think I could let it be. It was a bad experiment. It is what it is. Martinique is going to finish second. Both these teams suck. I mean, you're not wrong. Like this tournament, yeah, both Costa Rica and El Salvador honestly suck. Martinique didn't get lucky. They actually were the better team against El Salvador. El Salvador's got some problems. I rode on my shortest international flight 10 minutes between Doha, Saudi Arabia, and the Bahrain International Airport. It's kind of like international flight in name only, eh? It's kind of like one of those, oh, see you next year when you say that on New Year's Eve. Be like, oh, I'll see you next year. I haven't taken a bath since last year or whatever type of things, you know? On like New Year's Eve, it's like, or on New Year's Day or like 2 days into the year, it's like, I haven't. Like one of those, right? 45th minute. Cross in, header. Shot off the bar! Off the crossbar! Landeverd! That'd be a throw-in for El Salvador. I mean, I actually like the colors for Martinique with their new flag better because it makes them look a bit different. As I said, most CONCACAF teams have blue as the base, like El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. I think it's cool that Martinique has red, green, and white, or red, green, black, and white. Red, green, and black on the flag, but white on their away kits. I think it's nice. 1 minute of stoppage time. So once this player gets up, they'll play the 1 minute. They'll be on their way for the half. Fair enough, but still. That is Mora who's down. Put in a good block. Throw in here. So about 47:30 is when I'll blow the whistle. Throw in here. Maybe 48. Throw in. Cross. That's out for a corner. Corner for El Salvador. Corner, and will they let him take it? 2 corners to 1. Yepez to take. Cross in. Header punched away by Chamorro. Still throw in, and that'll be halftime. Halftime, 0-0, 0-0. El Salvador does not take advantage of the player being down. It's 0-0 at the half, 0-0. Another 45 to go. As of now, Panama will clinch their ticket to the knockout stage. They will clinch the second knockout stage ticket of the 8. I know. I knew that before this started. So I said bring Lowry back or talking about Westbrook or whatever. With that being said, take a short break, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. We'll be back for the next 45 and finish off Group C. Or not finish off, but finish off the second match day of Group C. Be on the final 3 days of the group stage of the Gold Cup. for tomorrow and Sunday and Tuesday. Technically 4 because we have an off day in the middle, but you know what it is. Honestly, yeah. 2-1 Canada. Sit tight, we'll be back. Back for the stats at the half. And we get Dennis Schroeder instead of Seth Curry. Oh, boy. Yeah, Draymond stays with the Warriors. Hell. Dennis Schroeder to the Raptors. 2-year deal. Yeah, I guess we are rebuilding. Because Dennis Schroeder sucks. $26 million. $13 million per for 2 years. Dennis Schroeder. Could have just brought back. Huh. With that being said, stats are as follows at the half. 49% possession, 51% possession, 3 shots to 6. 174 accurate passes, 83% to 187, 83% as well. 6 fouls to 9, 0 offside to 1, 2 corners to 1, 3 shots to 6, 1 shot on goal to 1, 210 passes to 225, 83% pass accuracy to 83, 12 throws to 9, 0 yellows to 0, 0 reds to 0. 0-0, 0-0 at the half. It's been half and half. Both teams have had their moments, offensively and defensively. A tough defensive match. Both teams are trying to make sure when they score, they can hold it down. That's pretty much the plan. If they score, they hold it down, or at least they're going to try to. So preferably hold it down till it later on, honestly. I think they'll probably start turning up the heat on both ends later on, around the 80th minute, so on and so forth. I think they're fine with just winning the game, move on. Have an equal goal differential, even the winner. Have an even goal differential by the end of the night, sitting in third. With that being said, I really wouldn't be surprised if, yes, El Salvador, Costa Rica, they both played well. It's been a tight game, tough defensive play. They both had some offensive moments, but it's been even. It's been legitimately even. So it's going to be a pretty big half to see who's sitting in third by themselves or if it's a draw. And if it's a draw, Panama will clinch a spot at the knockout stage. Lol. I know that, but Seth Curry was on the market. They could have got Seth Curry over Dennis Schroeder. I don't know. Kyle Lowry might be waived by the Heat. I don't know. That'd be better. I know it's old Kyle Lowry, but he'd still be better than Dennis Schroeder, especially for $13 million a year. I wonder what Axel Toupane is doing. I think that would be better than Dennis Schroeder. What's Axel Toupane doing? You know what? I still think he'd be better than Dennis Schroeder. Yes, I watched the G League, and I've had for years. Tomorrow, we got Canada versus Guatemala. Of course, Cuba, Guadeloupe in the Gold Cup, but I'll be covering Toronto versus Real Salt Lake. I may be watching the Canada or the Cuba, Guadeloupe game as I'm watching the Toronto game. Then, of course, we will be live for Toronto or Canada versus Guatemala in the same stream. So it'll be a double, then a double review. So we will shoot the breeze for probably around 30 minutes with the way it works. So it is what it is. So another 45 here tonight. Then we have a double stream, double review, but still technically 180 minutes. And then, of course, Sunday we'll have a double stream, single review or stream review. Then Monday off. Tuesday, we'll have a double stream, double review for Toronto, and then the final match day for Canada. And then I think we're off till Saturday for once. For a couple of days. Well, no, the day after Wednesday, we have to do the group stage recap, the knockout predictions. Thursday off, Friday off, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday off, Wednesday. Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after the semifinals. Double live, one review. Costa Rica's prime was the 2014 World Cup. I agree. Then Saturday, Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, no, IHG still has Crown Plaza, yes. Costa Rica's going to lose. We'll see. It's been a tight game. Either team could win. This could end up being a draw. Either team could win. I still think El Salvador slightly has the edge, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the other way or if either team draws, but I still think El Salvador has the edge. Having some McDonald's. Nice, Rory. Honestly, after I'm done with the review, I'm going to make some freaking mashed potatoes and sausage gravy. Just eat a whole big bowl of that. That packet of mashed potatoes I bought down in Knoxville or Seaverville. The Kroger. Ended up bringing it home. And 2 cans of gravy. So I'll use 1 can. Then I'll probably do rice and sausage gravy. The next one. So for the other ones. So yeah. Later. I don't know when, but later. Japanese rice with the butter with the sausage gravy. Yeah. Sounds good to me. You need to try tamales. I love tamales. By the way, the Mississippi Delta is known for tamales as well. So I love tamales. Don't worry. I definitely should try the Alton Brown Good Eats recipe for the Mississippi Delta version, because one of my family friends had a really good recipe that I loved. I like hot tamales anyway, but see if that's closer. Then I'll tweak. May not be the same, but yeah, the Mississippi Delta is known for tamales, so I love tamales. I love hot tamales. That sounds good. I got Canada in first place and Guatemala in second. If Canada never win, they'll never been smart. They'll be screwed. I mean it, John Herdman. I think Canada should win, but things could go south. Second half's kicked off. Cesar Ramos is the referee. So there you go. Mora comes off at the half for Madrigal for Costa Rica. See what the second half has to say. Yellow card. Who's winning? It's 0-0. Settle was settled. 46th minute. Oof. Oriana, that's a good play. I mean, how is that? Oh, it's the slide through that was the card. Yep. For Costa Rica, yeah, it was the slide through. Yeah. Yellow card for Nunez. Zavaleta takes the free kick. Scoreline prediction for Mexico versus Qatar on Sunday. 3-0 Mexico. 3-0 Mexico. But stupidly, I'm covering Haiti versus Honduras. Because technically, we go and see if Haiti gets the second place because Mexico's already in the knockout stage. I'll be watching both on stream, most likely. But I'm covering Haiti versus Honduras. That's not going to do me well, I know. But technically, the Mexico game is a 1-point Qatar versus Mexico, who I don't think they would risk rotating just so Qatar has a chance and to ruin their momentum. So, yeah, 3-0 Mexico. I think that's sort of a walkover, to be honest. I think, one, Haiti will be the better game. Second of all, that still has some meaning to it. Haiti versus Honduras could still, if Haiti is to lose, Honduras could get out of the group. Or Qatar, depending on what happens between Mexico and Qatar. But in that case, Honduras could still get out of the group because of that point. It makes more sense for me to cover the game where somebody could get eliminated. Or the game where I'm still going to watch all 4 games. Like, one will be on computer. The game I'm covering more heartily will be on the TV. So, like, the game that the stream is about will be on the TV, but the other game in the group stage will be on the computer. At least for the first match day. For Canada's match day, I don't know how that plays out. At least for their group. Maybe the other game would be on the computer. Canada would be there. But Group D, I'm not covering. Unless I watch a Group D or a Group C match, a Group C match because they come second. Unless I watch a Group C match on the computer as I'm watching TFC on Tuesday, on July 4th. So, interesting. Qatar's on the same level as Honduras, so Mexico should decimate Qatar like Mexico decimated Honduras. Haiti was the hardest. I did say Haiti's the hardest team they'd have to play. Header past the post. Duncan McGuire, nominated for SB in 2023 Best College Athlete for scoring 23 in a college season. Like, he's going to win that. Unless it's a not college football. Like, there's no college football gridiron players in that conversation. But even then, what about Angel Reese? What about one of the Skeens of LSU? What about him? I'm not saying Hendon Hooker's going to be part of that, or is he? Or is college football its own thing? Best college athlete seems like everything is there. Unless college football gets its own award, because college football, you know. But Caleb Williams, Hendon Hooker, Angel Reese, Skeens. That's just some off the top of my head that ain't Duncan McGuire. That, yeah, Orlando fans know who he is. I know who he is, but who else does? Who else does? So there you go. I wouldn't be surprised. Free kick here for Costa Rica. Plays in, headed away. So. Caught. Oh! But, I mean, college football, you got Hendon Hooker, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, maybe? Bryce Young still played college football last year. He did. Bryce Young? Yeah. Skeens, Angel Reese. I can't think of any actual Devontae Smith. Exactly. So, yeah, I don't think your boy has any chance. And Tuna will annihilate Qatar. Headed away. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Just like he did Cuba that one time. He actually got a couple assists last night. So there you go. 52nd minute. Chamorro holding his arm. Paige Beckers. Well, there you go. What happened to Costa Rica? Age has happened. Who? Zach Exe. Who? Goalkeeper's all right. Good. 52nd minute. No Hendon Hooker, though. No Caleb Williams. No Jaden Daniels. I guess college football is its own. Hold on. Best college athlete. Oh, so no, there's a male and a female one for best college athlete. Bryce Young won it last time. Who is the nominees? There we go. Award nominations. Oh, Zach Edey. Okay, that makes sense. Best athlete, men's sports, best breakthrough athlete. Oh, Angel Reese is there. All right. Playing forward, 53rd minute. Lionel Messi, best championship performance. Let's see. Best comeback, Justin Verlander's there. Best college athlete, Zach Edey, Duncan McGuire, Brennan O'Neill, and Caleb Williams. So they got Caleb Williams. He's probably winning that. College women's athlete, Jordy Ball, Caitlin Clark, Izzy Skane, Trinity Thomas. I'm guessing Caitlin Clark wins that. Oh, best NHL player, Marchessault, McDavid, Pasternak, Olmark, Marchessault. Oh, sure. Best soccer player. Just soccer player. Aitana Bonmati, Erling Haaland, Lionel Messi, Sophia Smith. Should be Messi, but I wouldn't be mad if it was Sophia Smith. El Salvador playing forward. Heel. Plays it forward. Shot blocked. What if Costa Rica faces Mexico? Mexico would win. I don't really watch Purdue basketball, but I knew Zach Edey was talked about a lot. So, I mean, basketball is a bigger sport, but I'd go with Duncan. I mean, he showed off against Tigres, and he's had a good MLS season as well. So he's actually a talented player, unlike most college soccer players, because the Super Draft is a crapshoot. But Duncan McGuire, to me personally, he's a good draft pick. I think he played well in college. It's translating well to MLS. And he did play well against Tigres in Champions League. So I'd give it to him, but I'm a bit biased. I give it to him on that. Carlos Salcedo, Cruz Azul, plus they signed Moises Vieira. I'm not surprised. Tuca got Salcedo and Moises Vieira. Okay, that's a good signing. But Carlos Salcedo, does he even care about football anymore? 55th minute. You think Haiti's better than Costa Rica? Honestly, at this point, yes. Yes. I'm not surprised. I don't think they will, though. But yeah, Sophia Smith is up for a ESPY for best footballer, best soccer player. Cruz Azul have had the best offseason in the Liga MX. And they still signed Carlos Salcedo. If that's the worst thing that happened, Quiros is a legend. He's a great manager. He's had a good career, a great career as a manager, coaching teams around the world, internationally, that are on the up. I think Carlos Quiros is a wonderful manager. He knows CONCACAF, so it's kind of cool to see him at the Gold Cup again, to be honest. He knows CONCACAF, or see him at the Gold Cup, but he knows CONCACAF. So it's kind of interesting. It kind of feels more right to see Qatar this time than it did last time. Only because they've probably done it twice, but Quiros also knows CONCACAF, so it's not completely out of left field. Mbappe or Cristiano this season? Mbappe. How is Cristiano even in the conversation? $4.6 million for Carlos Salcedo. Okay, I can't believe he's worth $4.6 million. Portland Thorns player Sophia Smith and U.S. Women's National Team player Sophia Smith. Good player. She's a good player. She's a good footballer. Women's footballer, but still good footballer. Good tactically, good technically, got pace, plays well with Christine Sinclair. So if you think about Costa Rica, they are not that good. They're milquetoast at best. They are milquetoast at best. El Salvador is a slightly better team, but I don't know if that's enough to win. That's a free kick for El Salvador, 58th minute, yellow card. They're milquetoast at best. They need a lot. They need to change a lot. Early predictions for the Women's World Cup semis. Canada, USA. The semifinalists will be Canada, USA, Sweden, and Italy. September, I'm guessing. Vargas gets a yellow card. I don't blame him. For me, Canada, USA, Italy, Sweden. Italy did make the semifinals last time. Let's not forget. I could see Japan there as well, but Japan, it'll be close. Byron Castillo from Pachuca from Club Leon, $3 million on loan. Not bad. Navas will be back in September because he's injured right now. I'm surprised he was even going to go to the Gold Cup until he got injured. Who's even to say he really got injured? Cleared. Nice clearance by Gonzalez. Lovely clearance. The Costa Rican coach needs to be arrested for this performance. Like somebody on RMLS said Bob Bradley should replace Luis Fernando Suarez for Costa Rica. At this point, you know what? Maybe that'll be better for their sake. It wouldn't be, but Pulisic to AC Milan, good. Yes, very good. Where will Mbappe go? Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Why would he go anywhere else? He's going to Madrid. Like, that's obvious. Cross in. Like, Harry Kane, Mexico versus Japan. Men's or women's? Honestly, no. Japan wins either way. Zidane or Henry? Thierry Henry. Weah to Juve thoughts. As I said, as long as Allegri is there, Weah just made a horrible move because he's going to play wing back. Stupid move. If Allegri gets fired, he'll play his natural position. But I don't know if that's going to happen. Allegri is a football terrorist. Shot past the post. So that's why it's bad for Weah to go to Juve. And he knows. And he's open to this. World Soccer Talk says Univision, TUDNA, and VIX has no Leagues Cup rights. So that's all Apple. Oh, well. That's why they have the Spanish announcers. What's the score now? 0-0, 0-0. No TUDNA, no Univision, no VIX for Leagues Cup. I bet that's in the U.S. Or is it both Mexico and USA? Because I understand why it wouldn't be in the U.S. Worse than Tukeleban. Stop disrespecting Thomas Tuchel. Okay? Thomas Tuchel doesn't deserve the disrespect. No disrespect to Thomas Tuchel. Allegri is a football terrorist. But don't disrespect Tuchel like that. Oh, yeah, Fox Sports, too. Interesting. Don't call Tuchel a football terrorist. He won a Champions League. They should have kept him. Japan, South Korea. He got railroaded by Todd Idiot Bowley. What? Over the top. Header. So I'm guessing the VIX, Univision, and TUDNA thing is they're not getting any broadcast in the USA for Leagues Cup. In Mexico, they still will, if that's what it is. So in Mexico, they'll get it. Not in the USA, though, because it's two technically different feeds. So. There's your answer there. Banana split with candies, anyone? I don't feel like it now. 62nd minute. Oh, come on. Like, I don't know. Oh. Bayern. Probably. Mancini or Ancelotti? Ancelotti. That's a stupid question. Under 0.5 goals this game. Somebody's going to score a goal. I think they'll score a goal. So, over 0.5 goals. Under 5 goals, yes. Still 0-0. They're just so bad like San Marino. This game's so boring. I expected more from these guys. Yeah, I don't question you there. Here's a chance. El Salvador. Enriquez. I'm going to stick with it. It's going to be about the 80th minute when a team scores. Cleared for Costa Rica. And that's how they win. 1-0. Like around the 80th minute. One of them. That's my guess. 63rd minute. No subs since halftime. Plays on. Ooh. Is Joel Campbell too old? Questionably. I mean, he just went back to Central or Costa Rica playing for Alolense. Azofiefa for Aaron Suarez. And they just took out their best goal-scoring threat. Have a Toronto FC jersey. You can wear it now if you want. I have 10 TFC jerseys. I'm wearing one tomorrow because that's when they play is tomorrow. I'm not surprised. Probably the best you'll get from both nations. Yeah. But they just took off their best striker, Costa Rica. What are they doing? I'm not a large. I'm an adult small. Who told you large? Televisa is trying to get the rights for Leagues Cup on linear, but up the prices to watch. Shot save. Who told you large? I said adult small. I'm flattered that you think I'm that tall. And I'm not flattered if you think I'm that fat. Adult small. 5'6". What games are you going to attend for the World Cup? Canada, of course. Every Canada game. I'll try to get a Japan game in there. Japan. Italy. Japan. If Italy makes it. Italy, Japan, Canada. Those are 3 I really want to get in. Damn. You know I'm 5'6". What are you talking about? You're the same size as Alejandro Zendejas? Yes. I said I play cam or on the wing. What are you talking about? I said I'm too short to play center back. Well, I guess not. Inter Milan. Who's the best player this season? Well, what question is that? Like all football? Holland. MLS? Denny Bouanga. Toronto FC? Richie Larea. CONCACAF Gold Cup? Well, actually. Honestly, I'm going to go with Damari Gray. Champions League? Denny Bouanga. Who wins Ballon d'Or? Oh. Messi. Haaland scored way more goals. Mbappe plays in a farmers league. If he played for Real Madrid, maybe I could give him the benefit of the doubt. But he plays for a Farmers League right now, so Holland. A goal per game, Holland. The man scored a goal per game. All comps. Holland. And I hate Man City. And to be honest, 68th minute. And to be honest, 6:30. All right. It's TFC. And honestly, Messi will still win Ballon d'Or, though, because he won the World Cup. As always, the Camaro car is dead. They discontinued the Camaro. Well, that's bad for Jeff Gordon. That's bad for Jeff Gordon. Ha, ha, ha. True. Both. Actually, stripped of their titles. But I'd rather them get both. Or relegated to League 2. All the way down. They wouldn't put them in the National League. All the way to League 2. With a transfer ban and stripped of their titles. That's what should happen. They'll pay it off, but that's what should happen. '69th minute. Camaro gone. So sad for Jeff Gordon. That wall riding punk. Raise hell, praise Dale. Mbappe or Cristiano? All time, Cristiano. Right now, Mbappe. I still like Cristiano more, but I can admit he's lost it. Playing for El Salvador, 69th minute. Newest gen Camaro. And it might just be the last. Or the second to last. The newest gen Camaro. It might just be the second to last. Zavaletta's back on. El Salvador still hasn't made any subs. Is Bradley coaching them? Check out my channel. Watch, you have videos of the Camaro on there? 70th minute. You know, I don't know why we don't see Ferraris in NASCAR. Let's see. Gonzalez, no. Roldan, hell no. Well, Alex is better than Christian, so no, actually. Calvacetta, no. Zavaleta, no. Tamakis, bench. Menjivar, no. Landivar, no. Oriana, no. Enriquez, no. Perez, no. Heel, no. Chamorro, probably better than Borjan, but no. Still got Siwa. Waston, no. Vargas, no. Calvo, no. Valverde, no. Borges, yes. Honestly, I think he could. Nunez, no. Suarez, no. Alcacer, no. Mora, no. Campbell. The current squad Canada brought, yes. Their top squad, no. So, slightly for Campbell, yes for Borges, no for everybody else. Zavaletta's coming out. I'm not surprised. Pele or Cristiano 9 or Ronaldo 9. My dad would say Pele. I say El Fenomeno Ronaldo. But that's a generation gap there. And I still think Pele's a stat patter. 72nd minute. Zavaletta's off. They're stretching him off. You hate to see it. You do hate to see it. Sad for Zavaleta. He puts his heart out on his sleeve for El Salvador. If only he could do that for Toronto, he may still have been there. Eustachio is the best player for Canada. I agree. And now that he's not there, you can see that I'm right when I say he's the metronome of the team. Dominguez comes on for Zavaleta. Isn't there a Zlatan movie out? I haven't heard about it. I got to look it up. But Anthony Contreras comes on for Costa Rica. And they have 2 more subs in 1 window. El Salvador has 2 subs or 4 subs for 2 windows. Nunez for Contreras. Anthony Contreras. 73rd minute. But yeah, Eustachio, as I said, he's the metronome of Canada. And now he's not playing during the Gold Cup because he pulled out. Well, you see I'm right. You see I am right. As per, but still. 73rd minute. But where was I before I answered the 11 question? I'm surprised there's no Ferraris in NASCAR. But we may have been closer considering that a NASCAR car at Le Mans. They just did. Did do half bad, to be honest. 73rd minute. Cross in. I don't know what's crazier, LeBron starting the Le Mans race in France or there being a NASCAR car at Le Mans. I don't know what's crazier. Costa Rica score. Crossed in. Shot! Goal! Joel Campbell! Or not, but it's offside anyway. It's offside. And that was actually Kendall Waston. Kendall Waston was offside. Kendall Waston is up there as a striker now. Yeah, he's offside. Yep, he's offside. No goal. Still 0-0. Settle. That might have just been the one, and they couldn't get it. El Salvador gets a reprieve. Here. Is this game in Phoenix? No. It's in Red Bull Arena. Waston is offside. He was leaning offside, yes. You're a day behind on all these games where they are in stadiums, because yesterday you said, is this game at City Park? Today you're asking, are they in Phoenix? No, they're at Red Bull Arena. So I guess you're going to ask if Canada's playing at Red Bull Arena tomorrow? 75th minute. Red Bull Arena. I don't know why they're doing all these games in different areas. Like, it's funny because me and my dad were talking about the Canada-Guadeloupe game, and I said it was the only game they were playing in Toronto. He's like, why don't they just take them to a central area and play every group game in that central area? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. CONCACAF loves the money. Because we were also talking about St. Louis playing at City Park and then the other games. I was like, CONCACAF loves money. They don't put them in a central area. They should put them in a central area to play these group stage games for a whole group, or maybe 2 stadiums. But from Canada to Houston is ages. And honestly, Miami to Houston isn't that much better, or is a little bit, it's less long, but it's still long. So Canada has to go down to Houston. And then Cuba and Guatemala have to go to Houston, and they were in Miami. Mexico games stay out west, lots of Mexicans. Okay, so put their whole group in Phoenix. Put their whole group in LA. Put Canada's group in Toronto. Put the U.S. group in St. Louis. Put this group in Florida. I don't know. Instead of like, oh, some games are in Miami. 1 game was in Chicago. 2 were in St. Louis. 1 was in Toronto. Another 1 was in Miami. Can't wait till the U.S. comes to Geodis Park. Is that the 3rd match day? 76th minute. I mean, seriously. Put it in one place. Each group in one place. If you wanted to play in 2 stadiums in Canada, you could play Saputo. And then you take 2 of the teams from each group on the final match day and put them in a different stadium than the other 4. So half the group is in one stadium, half the group is in the other stadium, and half this other group is in that same stadium, so on and so forth. It's a cluster. And then 2 quarterfinals in one stadium, 2 quarterfinals in the other. I think 1 semifinal is in a different stadium. Both semifinals have a different stadium. And then you got the final at SoFi. Like, I don't think any stadium, the only stadium that's got more than like 2 games is freaking Drive Pink, even without the prelims. But then you got the prelims. They had the whole prelims. So they, at least for the prelims, had every team for the prelim in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. So you got the idea. So CONCACAF gets the idea for the prelims. You have them all at the same stadium. Every prelim game, the 3 for the first round, or the 6 for the first round, the 3 for the second round. So 9 games. But you don't do that for the group stage. But then technically each day of the knockouts, you have at the same stadium, or each day of the quarterfinal. So 2 of the quarterfinals at the same stadium, the second 2 at a different stadium. But technically, well, whatever. Point is, so you're telling me you figured it out for the group stage that you could put he's back up. But again, still makes no sense. Money. Nice. 79th minute. 11 minutes to go plus stoppage time. It looks like Panama will hold on. That's offside. If the other one was, this one is. Over the bar anyway. Oh, boy. 11 minutes plus stoppage time. Will there be a winner? I did say around the 80th minute, one of the teams are going to score. Somewhere in the 80 minutes mark. I did say that. The game's gone exactly as I thought. I took the walk to Poland. Okay, yeah, there we go. Joel Campbell over the bar. Goal kick. There we go. I took the walk to Poland. That was honestly, well, not to me, but I think overall the song of the summer last year. Well, I think that was last year's song of the summer, wasn't it? What happened to Costa Rica? Age. Is there a game after this one? Not today, no. No. Tomorrow there's 2 games in the Gold Cup, and then Toronto plays, and the 2 I'm covering is Toronto versus RSL and Guatemala versus Canada, but Cuba also plays Guadeloupe tomorrow, which I may be talking about that, like, just looking at it. Joel Campbell fake striker? Maybe. 80th minute, getting to the last minutes. El Salvador's only made 1 sub. Costa Rica's made 3. Little Uzi new album is good or crap? I say it's good, only because he sampled Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song in one of his songs, Nakamura. So I will play that incessantly. Other than that, it's going to be like Do What I Want for Little Uzi. It's like, oh, I like that song, but I couldn't care less about the rest of his album. But Nakamura is a good song. I actually think it is a good song, even before hearing it fully. But there was portions I heard. I think it's good. And if it was a random song without the Shinsuke Nakamura theme being sampled, or it wasn't about a wrestler, I could care less. Looks like a triple sub. So El Salvador has 1 sub, 1 window. Yeah, I heard some people say that. I've heard it before, yes. Belize has a team. They just didn't make it into the Gold Cup. They didn't do good enough in Nations League. Reyes, Martinez. Jonathan Quick is going to the Rangers. There you go. Reyes will be coming on. Stretcher job. Heel to come on, and Martinez. Reyes, Heel, Martinez. Maynard, Heel. Martinez comes on first. They make all three, actually. No, they got kicked out due to playing a ineligible player in 8 games this season. Enriquez for Heel. It's one of the subs. Oriana for Martinez. Salvador has one more sub in one window. Costa Rica has 2 in one window. '83rd minute. Who's going to get the winner? Or maybe will it be a draw and Panama clinches a spot in the knockouts? No eliminations, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that Neymar's and he's sliding in DMs because all he knows how to do is dive and slide. Clear the damn ball. 84th minute. There we go. There we go. Slides in them DMs. At least I won't get him a yellow card. If result holds, Panama will clinch a quarterfinal berth. I told you. I could do enough math to figure that out. 84th minute. 6 minutes plus stoppage time. El Salvador and Costa Rica might just be screwed. Costa Rica will play Martinique. Panama will play El Salvador in the final match day on Tuesday. Final group match day for their group and in general on Tuesday. And honestly, I don't like El Salvador's chances of beating Panama unless they rotate. Martinique versus Costa Rica, though. Got a blue freezy. Nice. 85th minute. Like, El Salvador better hope that Panama rotates or that El Salvador scores right now. Or both. Well, actually, if they win, they may not, considering Panama's not clinched yet. Still need me my bomb pops. I want some too, to be honest. So I'm right there with you. 85th, getting to the 86th minute. What's your favorite movie? I got a couple. Full Metal Jacket, The Twilight Saga. Let's see what else. Full Metal Jacket, The Twilight Saga. I know Draw's passed away. Yep. Sad to hear. Yeah, I guess that's the top two. Who was the best Batman? Robert Pattinson. I'm biased, I know. Robert Pattinson was the best Batman. I don't like Brokeback Mountain, no. Somebody's going to say, what about Christian Bale? If I'm being serious and unbiased, yeah, probably. but I'm being biased. Robert Pattinson. 87th minute. Val Kilmer. You're up there, ain't you? Well, Adam West was Batman. Well, Adam West is up there, too. See, I didn't know about Val Kilmer. I knew about Adam West, though. Well, I guess Adam West. Okay, top three. Serious top three. Christian Bale, Adam West, Robert Pattinson. Maybe in order, maybe not. I don't know. Just those three. 88th minute corner for Costa Rica. Arboin is coming on for Costa Rica, so they will not make a fifth sub. They're only going to make 4. I didn't even know Val Kilmer was Batman. Oh, no, they are making a second. Madrigal for Arboin. I didn't know that. Little corner. Or were they just giving him the board for the, no, it was just one sub. Cross. Punched away. They were giving them the board for the extra minutes. 89th minute, 1 minute plus stoppage time. Yes. Only Batman that matters to me, Adam West. The original Batman TV show had the best actors. So Val Kilmer was after Adam West? What a save, put his body on the line. He had to. Looks to me like Panama is going to clinch. Boom. 30 seconds plus stoppage time. El Salvador will make their last sub. Heel for heel. Heel for heel. A heel for heel sub. Boo. That was Oddity Archive level humor, but I laugh at Oddity Archive level humor. So 7 minutes? 7 minutes of stoppage time. 7 second half stoppage time goals this tournament. Could there be another one? Gonna have to crank out Van Halen's Panama. Yes. Panama. I gotta pull a Peter Griffin. Why 7? I have no idea. 2 injuries where they had to pull out the stretcher. 91st minute. Save. CONCACAF making them score. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, we found another 5 minutes. Scored the damn goal. They'll just keep going until they score. +7 should do it, right? Yeah, I say so. If not, we'll just let them play. Love the Hut crew. Hut. Shot! Save! What a save by Gonzalez. Be a free kick the other way with 5.5 minutes to go. Come on, El Salvador. Don't make me look bad. I need you to get out of the damn group. Come on, score. Make it easier for yourself. Then again, maybe lose, maybe drawing and beating a B team Panama might be what they need if Martinique weren't to beat Costa Rica. And you got to hope for the goal differential. But still, here's a chance. El Salvador. And that's given away. I thought they were about to get their goal. Score a goal. Sudden death. Loser gets dropped in the lava. They still got to play another group match. Now, that's why you called up your B team. You think Honduras could pull a win on Haiti? No. CONCACAF tells Costa Rica to concede the goal or else. I think they just failed their job considering that was a clear chance. That was clear, and you didn't let it score. The spirit of Chuck Blaze is going to chop somebody's head off. Or somebody's going to go full Boogie Nights. Somebody going to go full Boogie Nights. Did Brian Ruiz retire? Yep. Right as the World Cup was ending, I should say. It's when he played his testimonial. Boogie Nights. Is it Little Bill, I think? Yeah. Boogie Nights. I think that was the character, yeah, Little Bill. '94th minute free kick. CONCACAF After Dark is starting. The pain watching Costa Rica not scoring. Maybe you need a guy like Brian Ruiz. That'll be a save. No one wants to lose to the worst team. No one wants to lose the worst team in Gold Cup spot, I see. Now that's still Honduras. They still only have a point. Elbows being thrown into backs. It's getting to CONCACAF time, boys. Who's gonna score? Well, this video is gonna do, the review's gonna do shitty. A 0-0 draw never does me well. Shit. A 0-0 draw never goes my way on the review. Shit. Is there a Euro Cup in 2024? Yes. Not saying Kitts is the worst. Exactly. Panama versus El Salvador. 7:30. Central. Martinique versus Costa Rica. FS1? Huh? Doesn't matter. I'm watching. I think Toronto starts. Costa Rica got away with a penalty. '95th minute. Plays it back. Shot. Save. Save by Chamorro with a minute and a half to go. Club America lost their first game of the season. How did that happen? I thought they were beating Bravos. No way. No way. America blew it. Ha, 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 ha. That's why you don't let Tano Ortiz go, eh? Que chingue su madre el America. 2-1 Juarez. That's what happens when you lose mi bomba el tronco Martin, eh? Is Martinique trash? No, they're actually pretty good compared to the rest of this group. Mi bomba el tronco Martin. America needs him. And Zendejas, I guess. How does that feel, Wheelas? How does that feel? A loss to Bravos. What happened, Wheelas? What happened? ¿Dónde está Wheelas? Nobody cares. Pachuca tied to Mazatlan. Nobody cares. Seconds to go. El Salvador, late, shot blocked away. El Salvador still fighting with seconds to go. That's out for a corner. They'll let him take it. Battle of mid. '95th minute winner. Talk about a minute ago? Because it's been past the 95th minute. Was it ¿Qué pasó? Either way. Oh, ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? We lost. There we go. ¿Dónde está? That wasn't right, yeah. It's ¿Qué pasó? Either way. My bad. Free kick taken. Corner taken. And it's full time. 0-0. 0-0. They call full time. They didn't even let him take the corner. Panama has clinched a spot in the knockout stage. And there's a red card. And there's a red card. I'm guessing for Hugo Perez, it's a draw. 0-0. 0-0. The most CONCACAF thing ever. I think Hugo just got red carded. Well, yeah, he's getting sacked after this tournament's over. I think it was Hugo Perez. I think it was their manager who got sent off. He was pissed. Pushed away. Rojo. See. 0-0. 0-0. Sure. We'll see you again. We'll scalp you again like we did in 2018. We'll see you again. We'll scalp you again like we did in 2018. With that being said, that's it. 0-0, 0-0, and that means El Salvador's in fourth as this ends. Panama has clinched a spot in the knockout stages. We know there'll be one of the 8 teams left. There's still 15 teams alive. It's Fuentes who got the red. Oh. But there's still 15 teams alive in the Gold Cup. We know 2 that'll go through the knockout stage. We know 2 who will be the 8 at the end of Tuesday. Mexico and Panama. With that being said, if you like this stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once subscribed. Send super chats on the live stream. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. With that being said, Subanse al Libertari. Yes. I will review this match within the hour. That'll be up tomorrow. I'll do a double live for Toronto versus Real Salt Lake and Guatemala versus Canada. So that'll be a double live and double review tomorrow, just like it was on Saturday, the past Saturday. So 2 in a row. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. See you later. Congratulations, Panama, on making the knockout stage. Felicidades.